Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Devin Tompkins to return. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hauled in by Moody, left side. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Trying for it with Penix. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Mary, getting it for the first time. And they bring him down around the 34. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Steps up, and he's running with it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with, 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And they get to him again! And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Moody knocks it through, and they're on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And their boldness, well, we've seen it pay off in the past, Brock. Just not on their last drive. They got turned away on 4th down.
Yeah, and I think the play caller, honestly, Kate, takes more responsibility than anybody. He really feels like, and you've planned for wins on 4th down. They couldn't execute it last time out.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Cut out left. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Now Penix off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Drawing up the design keeper. And he's in! It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown! Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
That one splits the uprights, and the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away.
Set to kick off.
It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Daniels. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw, third and long. It's caught by McLaurin. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
It's a gain of 23.
They get 23 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
Option play, here's a give to Eckler. Defense following the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Here's Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Daniels on first down. Sets up the screen. Eckler. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Second down give to Krosky-Merritt. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. David Onyemata there for the stop.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Third and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They send a man in motion. On first down, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. They're going play action. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. This is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. He smartly won't risk anything here. He just chucks this away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Jalen Lane back deep for the Commanders. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Merritt on the zone read. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. The pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what should bring us to the end of this opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Daniels keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Merritt gets it from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Quick slant to Samuel. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. But when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
In motion, the slot man right. On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Daniels back to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's down very close to that 1st, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Has room into the secondary. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders take a second-quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Falcons ready for their next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. He'll try and run this.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Tight end going in motion here. On 2nd down, Robinson. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and just 2 to go. There he is on 3rd and short. That one complete to Pitts. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Penix here from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Throwing now on 1st down, Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Penix is going to throw again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this to the 23 to stop Meade to set up 3rd and very short.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Penix on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Allgeier from the gun. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Penix. From the pocket, looking for a target. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
3rd down, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Zane Gonzalez.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action now. Daniels finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell him to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for a Washington 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Here's Krosky Marin off the option. And he gets him one as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Daniels finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Krosky Merritt is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 10. Jake Moody.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Thank you, Luvu, there for the tackle. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Penix now. He's got it over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They're going play fake with Penix. Mooney downfield, and he has it. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. And again, it's Penix. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake here, Daniels. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. The Falcons bring it in. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Play fake, Penix. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing, Penix. Gets this one to London. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. Drake London with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away.
Set to kick off.
Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. He keeps it and takes off. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now give it to Krosky Merritt. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down, and they go right back to it. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. Past the line, he's going to run for it. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Daniels back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Penix here from the gun. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play made by Deron Payne.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Robinson again here on second. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes it just a different level of connectedness.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd down, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. The kick by Gonzalez is good, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Escapes out to the left. And this one does not go far.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. London going to motion over right. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the shotgun, Penix. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. So 1st down from the 41. To the air with Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Penix now to throw. He's going to run for it. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, it's Robinson. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now Penix off the play action. Throw left side, complete. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. He tries to sneak it. Oh no, the ball is loose! But it looked like a Falcon swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Bounces this outside, winds up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's 2nd 10.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Zane Gonzalez. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Daniels from the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. It's fielded at the 14. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Nice move. He's got some running room. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to pull this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders make the recovery. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
A fumble on the play, recovered by Washington.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. He finds Eckler out of the backfield. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun, a run for Merritt. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. A designed run. Daniels will keep it. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. A throw left side, caught by Brown. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Going for it with Merritt. This is close, but I don't think he got there, Brock. The stop is made in time. They're turning this over on downs. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play fake. Penix. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Bijan Robinson from the pistol. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another carry for Robinson. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. And they need more of those as they trail by a score. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
Got it to one. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
What we say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for two, but that risk pays off.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And he dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on a quick hitter. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw it. That is caught. He's got Brown. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Daniels is going to throw again. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10, got to score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. Here's Daniels. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
29-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Daniels now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was 1 hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Daniels back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 27.
So they only have 20 seconds left. They're down a score. This kick has to be perfect. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Here's a design run. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.